And you're listening to Random Person.
Sup peeps, Random Person here, and you're watching Random in Person, where a random person gets his random thoughts about the random things he thinks about in Zelda, randomly. Now what I'm going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going back to Skyward Sword. Now, I'm not going to be talking about Skyward Sword in itself, because I already did my Skyward Sword review, and there's really no reason to go back to doing that. What I want to talk about is someone in Skyward Sword, and that's someone being Demise. You know, I really despise him. I really despise Demise. Now, why does a random person despise Demise? Well, because despise rhymes with demise, among other reasons. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. You know, I just figured, you know, sitting there, I despise Demise. Why don't I go tell people on the internet? For surely they will understand my purposes, and surely they will not flame me for having a different opinion. And it doesn't even matter, because my opinion is their opinion. So, a couple things before we get started, okay? First of all, this is a why I despise Demise video. Don't come in here expecting me to say good things about Demise, okay? Don't get mad because you hear me saying bad things. I'm going to be saying bad things about Demise. Okay? Okay? Okay. And number two, Skyward Sword spoilers. Just putting that out there. So, if you haven't finished Skyward Sword yet, you should probably pause this video and go do that. And then come back, because I'll still be here if you pause it, that is. Unless your internet goes out, or something like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and start this thing, okay? Why do I despise Demise? The first reason that I'm going to be talking about is the build-up to Demise. I really did not enjoy how it was implemented. Now, the entire thing of Skyward Sword built up to, there's this ultimate villain. He's going to come. It's going to be resurrected. If he's resurrected, it will suck horribly. And so they give you this fear of Demise without actually encountering him. You do encounter him in prison, but not Demise himself until the end of the game. And that's all fine and dandy. I don't mind the game setting me up to fight the final villain. That's actually really good story writing. The problem is when Demise finally shows up, what he does is very anticlimactic. And by what he does, I mean he does nothing. Demise gets here, and we're like, oh no! Demise! Surely he will do something of pure evilness that will leave me quaking in my boots. Demise looks at Yurhem and then turns him into a sword. Oh no! Wait. The guy was actually pretty annoying. And I actually almost made him turn into a sword myself. So thanks for finishing up the job that I started. And then he looks at Link. Oh no! Surely he will do something of pure evilness to me now! Looks at Link, talks to him for a bit, and then leaves. Huh. Didn't really see that coming. And then we go to fight him. What would surely be an epic battle of ultimateness. I mean, this is Demise we're talking about. The entire game said he's the ultimate baddie of bad guyness. And it's a two-phase fight. A two-phase fight! We just had a Ganondorf battle with a four-phase fight that was epic. We just had a Malladus fight that was epic. 4 phases. Why a two-phase fight? The problem with Demise's implementation is that he was built up to be the ultimate baddie. And he didn't follow through. Yes, he did demonstrate some of his power by turning Girahim into a sword and creating another realm for us to fight in. But getting rid of the guy I've been trying to get rid of and almost succeeded at doing isn't too impressive, especially when when he's willingly being gotten rid of, being ridded, and then creating another realm. Creating is not as fearful as destroying. Okay, if you create something to destroy, that's a different story. But I'm not going to be scared of you creating places. He really does not. Demise really does not do anything to demonstrate his power, and he's supposed to be the ultimate baddie. Ganondorf, when he runs around, he does stuff, and it hurts. It hurts the kingdoms and stuff. Okay? When Majora finally revealed himself, all that work we did to summon the giants, yeah, that was all for naught. He was gonna crush the town anyway, despite the giants being there. And even lesser villains like Malladus. The man was like,
"Oh, my God. If he does something, I think I'll destroy the entire world before I go."
those were some threats. Now, I don't know what Demise's problem is, why he has issues with destroying things, but he needs to get on it, okay? I really despise that they built him up to be this ultimate villain and then just didn't follow through with it, with his actions. It kind of leads over into point number B that I was getting into. Point number B that I despise Demise is that his personality really does not seem fitting. Now, take into account, we have had very prideful Zelda villains, over-cocky Zelda villains throughout the Zelda series. It's kind of tradition. It's one of those many traditions that we have. But the way Demise did it, it felt kind of wrong. Demise is supposed to be this ultimate demon god thing, and he gives Link a fighting chance. This is equivalent to you waking up from your sleep, standing in front of an ant and giving him a chance. Demise's speech.
Hey, an ant. Surely you are a servant of my arch enemy. I tell you what, I will go over there, and when you are ready, you can come fight me. I've been asleep for 50 billion years, but I can wait a little longer, just so I can fight you.
And then he leaves. Now, of course, I'm building a bit of a hyperbole here, just to prove my point, and it works. But the thing is, you don't fight an ant. You do one of three things. You step on it. You ignore it. Or, if you're really cruel, you torture it. Now, you could say that maybe Demise was torturing Link. But that doesn't suit with me, okay? I don't really have too much to say against that, but it just doesn't sit well, okay? It doesn't seem like that's what he was trying to do. And even if it was, another reason I despise this scene with Demise is that we, as the Zelda player, are always looking for that moment where we cannot return to do anything. We always stock up on fairies, potions, equipment, yada yada, so that we know we're going into battle fully prepared. This scene right here was the most blatantly obvious go and repair yourself scene in the Zelda series. It is ridiculous. No, Demise didn't actually say, Link, go repair yourself and get fairies and whatnot. But we, as the players, saw it instantly. We saw it happen instantly. This is the time they want us to go prepare. Nintendo, you couldn't think of a better way to cover up this scenario. It seems like a plot device. Or not a plot device, what's the opposite of that? Like a game device or something. I don't know. It seems like a bad plot device or something like that for a game. And that's the gist of this point is I don't like Demise's persona. Okay? it seemed like it was just used to get one thing that Nintendo wanted to do down, and it doesn't seem to meet what his character was supposed to be.